Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Maximus Black.
The cake is a lie.
The cake is a lie.
You didn't play you don't remember Portal 1?
Oh, I played Portal 1. I don't remember it.
You don't remember that? That's like one of the biggest... No, nothing?
No.
You're not getting a...
No.
Everybody else is going to get that.
Good.
Great.
Awesome.
Hit me up with the noise!
SuperPie down here in the bottom position, and up top we have Mooki.
SuperPie is like the greatest of all pies, really.
Yeah, oh, and you chuck super in front of anything, it's automatically has greatness thrust upon it. You know, like a Super Big Mac, Super Nintendo.
All right.
You know, Nintendo was great, but you put Super in front of it,
and it became Super.
Yeah.
What about Super Richard Simmons? He was already pretty super beforehand.
He turned into Super! Hey, and this is going to be a PvP once again here at LAGTV. I'm starting to think that that's all we do.
Well, it's not all we do, but it's a majority. I think, honestly, I think in the lower levels, Protoss is just bar none the most popular race to play. It has to be.
Well, it is at least in the lower level leagues.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like it has to be.
I mean, I know Terran. There's a lot of Terran pro players.
And I think that's for a reason. I legitimately think...
I know why there's a lot of Terran players.
Yes. But about Protoss players, I legitimately think that up until the mid-game, that, you know, Protoss is the easiest race to play up until the mid-game, and then you have to... And the reason why it might not be super easy at the mid-game and beyond is because usually the people that are playing the Protoss aren't used to going that far in, and so all of the Protoss late-game mechanics that are way more difficult...
Yep.
Totally out of the range.
Oh yeah, I totally think that, you know, Terran, I don't want to say OP, but Terran definitely has the advantage.
They're flexible.
Yeah, in the beginning to mid game, and then Protoss just destroys everything.
Well, there are so many probes running around right now. What is happening?
Yeah,
there we go.
So much. There we go.
Mooki is supply blocked right now. Probably forgot to get his 16 pylon up, so that's probably on its way right now. Wait, no, it isn't. Bob the Zealot is on his way. Now the pylon is on its way as well. That's going to slow him down a bit.
Second gateway just totally skipping out on the Cybernetics core altogether, so we may see a Zealot push. This is the second one we've had tonight.
Yep.
Either that, this is a silver level game, so, you know, oh, there's your Cybernetics core. You know, sometimes silver level players just kind of either...
They'll swap it.
Yeah, either they'll forget or they'll...
reverse it.
Yeah. Okay.
Or they'll cancel it.
That too.
I think that's because he completely blocked off his ramp, or he thought he blocked off his ramp. Yes, there we go. Now he's putting it back down again. That's not going to be too hard. You know,
he's way behind.
Well, he's way behind, but at the same time, Mooki put himself a bit behind with that supply block, and so I think, you know, when all things are considered and taken into consideration, they're probably pretty damn close.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, we already have Warp now going and chronoed for Mooki, and Cybernetics Core just hitting halfway here for SuperPie. You know,
SuperPie is also sitting on a bed of minerals.
Yeah, his macro is slipping quite a bit here. 19 probes for Mooki, 14 for SuperPie. So
how did that? All right, I take everything I said back.
You should.
Everything is being taken back now because apparently that supply block only helped Mooki.
Great. Well, SuperPie shit the bed so bad there that it actually looked like it helped.
Actually looks like it helped.
Yeah.
What? Maybe. Yeah. Maybe we're looking at a bronze moving on up. Maybe getting tested on the ladder.
Possibly. Or
entire
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lower level game. 4 gates now going up for SuperPie. So you know he is going to have 4 gate relatively fast, but the warp is the thing that's hurting him.
Way behind. You know, Mooki is way Mookie's had that for a while.
Yeah, he's ahead. So I mean, if Mooki decides to go and do an attack right now, places a proxy pylon, which looks like what he's about to do. If he can do that and then push in now, or very, very soon,
it's going to be an early GG.
It's going to be really early GG.
Absolutely.
Robotics Bay now going down, so we're going to have a 14 gate robo.
This is all over the place.
So many structures.
Wait, did you just say a 14 gate robo?
A 4 gate robo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but this is a very interesting.
I still had the probes.
This is an interesting pattern we have going on right now. This is very interesting maze of buildings that we have right now here for SuperPie. That Robo Bay actually could make quite a difference. It is going to be maybe. Oh no, it's going to be done almost at the exact same time as Mookie's. But if he gets one Immortal out against all of these stalkers that are coming down, that could be enough to help him push this game a little bit further.
Absolutely, but one thing, though, is he needs to have enough time to get that Immortal. Blue is now coming down, and it looks like he is going to be attacking, so there is the Immortal going out right now. So much Chrono just sitting there. Please, just Chrono that Immortal. He needs to warp in some units. He's got plenty of cash. Get a couple sentries out. Start using up your gas. You know, when you have that much gas, pop out a couple sentries. That is going to be the game breaker right there. Waiting for your Immortal to come out, waiting for your reinforcements to come out from your warp, getting up those force fields on that ramp to make sure that Blue doesn't come in here with that massive units that will destroy him if he goes in attacks right now. 2 sentries, even 1 sentry could save him right now.
And right now, look at that. That Immortal is out just in the nick of time. Bob is hating life, just taking shots to the face, left, right, and center. And look at this. The Immortal is going to be able to take out all of those Stalkers. The Stalkers are getting hit hard, and then Immortal is also getting sniped out right now.
Back up that Immortal, needs to micro that Immortal. There you go,
just
nice.
gets him out of the way, and all of those Stalkers are
chasing it.
Gonna go down, and right now we saw a bit of a macro slip, at least by SuperPie. I think, actually, Mooki did a decent job. I'm actually quite impressed.
Immortal's gonna go down.
Oh, but there's gonna be a definite outnumbering there for Mooki, unfortunately for him. He's going to want to stop taking any more units out of that proxy pylon and rethink what he's doing. We do have another Immortal coming out here for SuperPie right now. That Immortal was the difference. That was the game changer there. Just getting out in the nick of time, unfortunately for Mooki, waiting too long to attack. And I wanted to say this a little bit earlier, but I'm actually I'm quite impressed with the ability of Mooki to keep his minerals and gas in check. He's actually a pretty, especially at this level of play, a good macro player.
Yeah, he's definitely spending his money, but that's because he doesn't have as many structures as SuperPie does. He knows that, in a round, he has
the right amount now.
Yeah, exactly.
3-gate robo.
Exactly, until he goes and expands, and then he can get 2 more gates or however he wants to transition. But he knows how much minerals are coming in, and he knows how much he can spend. On the other hand, SuperPie, I'm not bashing on him because he did a great defend there. He has a little bit too many structures for the amount of minerals that are coming in. He's not even fully saturated. He only has 21 probes. He's not even fully saturated, and he's got 5 structures to build units. That's at least 1 or 2 too many at this point. Now getting rid of that proxy pylon, 3-gate robo up here. This is going to be bad for SuperPie. 2 Immortals now on the field. He's got a nice, abundant amount of zealots to go in there, get those Stalkers. Got that nice little sentry in there for that Guardian shield and that force field if needed. But all the information is being told right now through a mystical voice of an old man at a campfire saying, look at all of these.
What?
This is what you can do.
What?
You didn't get that? Somebody might get it.
What?
I don't know.
An old man at a campfire?
Yeah, telling stories.
And was that like an actual reference, or was that just?
Whenever I think of old men, I think of.
You think of old men often?
Yes, Adam. I think of old men often. Thank you. Whenever I think of old men, I think of, a wise old man telling...
Sitting at a fire.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's always fires.
You scare me sometimes. Okay, so Mooki is going to be attacked here very shortly by SuperPie. That proxy pylon is going down for SuperPie as well. And neither one of them have an expansion yet, and this is something that you're going to see a lot at this level of play, is the expansion timings right now. But look at that giraffe on the field.
Going to the zoo.
Going to the zoo with that giraffe is Mooki. But... something that, okay, so when it comes to, I'm bad at expansion timings as well, but something you want to keep in mind is that...
you're 12 minutes in.
You're 12 minutes in, even if you're not going by the amount of food you have as a time to expand, 12 minutes, you just definitely have long since got an expansion.
And here we go. Looks like the expansion is going up. We are going to bite our tongues. There we go. It is going up.
There we go.
And another thing is the reason why I don't think he got an expansion as well is because he knew that that SuperPie didn't have an expansion either. So, a one-base Protoss is a very, very dangerous thing and should not be taken lightly.
No.
But, at the same time, he knew that, the opponent didn't really have an expansion. But that also could have been another reason to get an expansion and taking that lead. But, it also just gives him that little bit of confidence. Maybe I should, get a little bit more units, spend that money. But it is a turtle fest, so that expansion could have definitely went up.
+1 attack now coming in here for SuperPie. That could actually, if that finishes before this massive battle that is building up right now in this turtle Fatal Flash
that
happens,
could be the game
that
changer.
could be the game changer. Just having that +1 attack, because I think they're probably going to have roughly the same amount of units. We don't see any more unit producing structures coming out here for Mooki, even though he's going to, as soon as that expansion finishes and you start swapping over some probes and saturating that expansion, you can get 5-gate. 1 robo, easy, off of 2 base, no question.
And here we go, big attack here. That is a lot of Stalker and Immortal.
Oh! No!
That was absolutely horrible micro there for Mooki. That is actually going to cost him the game. This is going to be GG already. Yeah, all Red needs to do right now is just keep warping in units, and he is going to have this game. That expansion is actually going to hurt him a little bit. He's 400 minerals, in the tubes. That could have been units right there. He needs to get rid of this Immortal. There we go.
Immortal, another Immortal down.
Going down, and this is going to be GG here. One thing that I do want to let all of you lower level players know, never, ever, ever have this much chronos sitting in your Nexus. They could have been using those on your warp gates to make sure that you can get units even quicker than what you already have. And when you are getting that expansion, continuously keep building probes. You're going to be fully oversaturated, but that is when you do the probe transfer. Never stop building probes until your second expansion is fully saturated, unless you have a specific build in order that you don't need all those probes. But one thing, please God, use all of your chrono. I don't care if you're doing it on probes, on buildings, on upgrades, just use it.
Non-stop, it is Protos's, one of Protos's major advantages.
It's like not using mules for Terran.
Exactly.
It's the exact same thing.
Mules are OP.